Hello everyone, I am the Honest Hierophant, and I am here to tell you that if you were called to click on this video, that good news is on its way to you. And we'll be talking about that in this video, honestly. For today's pick a card reading, for pile number 1, we have the Prisma Visions Tarot with a piece of rose quartz. For pile number 2, we have the Guardian Angel Tarot with a piece of Howlite. And then for pile number 3, we have the Tarot Mucha deck with the red Jasper tower underneath it. The spiritual properties of each crystal will be down in the description, and also the zodiac signs associated with them, if that helps clarify which pile for you to choose. But go ahead and choose your pile now, and we'll get straight into your tarot reading. Hello my pile number ones, welcome into your section of the video. We are here trying to discuss what good news is coming your way, what good energies are going to be filling you up pretty soon. You have chosen the Prisma Visions Tarot with the Rose Quartz Tower. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. What good news is coming to pile number 1? What do they need to hear? What good messages do they need to hear? All right. We got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Emperor. Okay. We've got the Hermit. Got the Ten of Swords. And we've got the Tower. So, I feel like there has been some really abrupt energy for you here recently based off these cards that have kind of maybe like taken you away from societal norms, or maybe it has taken you away from association with people. Maybe you have actually kind of stayed in your own lane, or maybe you've went into this hermit mode because of these energies that have kind of made you like look inside. It has kind of made you look inside. It has kind of not necessarily forced you into the position. You could probably say it has forced you a little bit, but it's kind of put you in a position where you are very reflective of what's going on right now. And I think the biggest good news for you is that you are weathering the storm. You are, going through it like a trooper, and you are coming outside of it with a bit more control, with a bit more of a reflection of your masculine energy, and having more control over your destiny, having more control over your thoughts, having more control over your actions, and just being more all around in a better divine masculine type of energy. Because you can't have a stronger divine masculine energy than the King of Pentacles and the Emperor card right here on the table. And I really just feel like there's going to be a lot of rest associated with your energy here soon, where it almost feels like you're able to kind of like, if you're hiking up to the top of the mountain, right, and it takes you 4 miles to get to the top, let's just say, for example, and once you get up there, you're going to want to rest. You're going to want to take a break. You're going to want to enjoy the view. And it almost seems like that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling here with you, is that the storm that you're going through about the reflection, or about the things that have kind of been pulled out from under you, kind of like a carpet being pulled out from under your feet, whatever those things that you have reflected on and kind of gone through this journey based on, you're going to have a well-rested break here soon. You're going to be able to enjoy the energies that you have been able to master and complete. You're going to be able to feel that calling of, like, not necessarily contentment, but just being able to relax in your own energy or within your own skin. So let's see if I can get some extra clarification on more of this good energy here coming into pile number 1's life. What good energy is coming? All right, we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Empress. So we got the Emperor and the Empress. Nice. Got the Five of Cups, the Death card, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we got two pairings here, and the Ace of Pentacles. Excellent. Wow. Okay, a lot of Pentacle energy here as well. Because we got the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So it almost seems like I do know for sure that there is two pairings here. There's an Empress and the Emperor. There's the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So that is marvelous. Wow. Okay. So what I'm feeling based off this energy, let's go ahead and start in the middle here because it's the thing that's calling me the most. We got the Five of Cups, the Death card, and the Ace of Swords. So what I'm feeling about this energy is that there's a lot of stuck energy. And I kind of feel like this is the energy that you've been overly reflective on, is this stuck energy that you're having to deal with, whether it's something to do with the past that has been kind of clinged on to you, holding on to you, something that you've not been able to get rid of, or if it's something that has been more recent for you. I feel like these energies are things that you have been reflective on and are able to kind of let go at this point. I feel like these energies are a bit of a distraction to you, and I think that you are able to muster up the energy now to be able to let these things go permanently, or at least for now, permanently. I think that you have the control. I think you have the mentality, obviously with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles here, to make this executive decision for yourself to, feel free from these shackles, feel free from this stuck energy, and be able to move on from it. You're able to gain clarity. You're able to gain ambition to kind of cut it off or to excel away from it. And I feel like you're going to be walking alongside your noble truth of that that these energies are either a waste of your time, maybe they're draining your energy, or they're just not in alignment with you anymore. And I feel like the good news here is that you're able to finally have the energy to cut these things off, to really rise above it all and eliminate it from yourself. Maybe it is part of you. Maybe there is some history here with these things, but I don't think that this is something that you are meant to carry on much more from this point. This is something that you're able to kind of release, and is almost kind of like how a snake sheds its skin, right? So that snake, I'm not exactly sure how many times a year a snake sheds its skin, but let's just say, for example, it does it once a year, right? And it's almost like that case scenario for you, where maybe this has been something that you've been a part of for a while, and now it's time for you to shed your skin. Now it's time for you to let that past version of yourself go, and you're moving forward in a new light and in more clarity and a more understanding of yourself. And I feel like that's what this Queen of Pentacles is talking about here, is that she's able to understand who you are. She's able to understand the King of Pentacles. She's able to understand why the King of Pentacles is making the choices. She's able to understand what she needs to do to help the King of Pentacles feel out these energies and to have a bit more understanding of themselves. They take a deeper look within inside themselves and be more comfortable with their choices and their thoughts and their programming and their processing and all these things. And she's able to be a bit more relaxed. She's able to calm down the energies, to be a bit more steady mind and level-headed and things of that nature, to be able to take on these new opportunities that you're going to have moving forward after these energies have been cut away from you. And the great thing about this is that these energies have kind of been a distraction for you, right? And with the Page of Pentacles being in reverse, is no longer taking your attention from you. You are actually going to be able to see the future. You're actually going to be able to see the path that you're walking on because you're not walking backwards anymore. The good news for you is that you're able to turn around and look forward down the path that you're walking and not have any limited vision. You're not going to have distractions no longer. You're going to be able to take care of the things that are necessities to you because you're able to finally see them now because you're not blindfolded, you're not walking backwards, you're not looking, like you're able to see these things because you're actually in vision of these things, which is so crazy that, like the rose quartz is here. I felt very, very called that the rose quartz had to be part of one of these piles. And I think the rose quartz is all about telling you, look, now you're able to give the love back to the things that need the love from you. And that's very exciting in itself. Most of the things are within thyself, but also to the things that you need to do outside of the realm of yourself. Take care of the things that need to be taken care of. And you're able to see what's broken. You're able to see what needs to be nurtured. You're able to see what needs to be healed within your life to help keep you going and moving forward and not limit you, not create distractions. So that's really exciting as well, pile number 1. All right. Let's see if I can pull some more tarot cards here, and then we'll get into some oracle for the last message for you. What other good news, what other good things is coming for pile number 1? Let's see. Let's make this a bit more clarified here, more specific. What good energies is coming to pile number 1 after starting the Ace of Pentacles? After not being distracted. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Nice. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Ooh. The Four of Swords. The Devil. King of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles. Lovely stuff. All right. So the good things that I see here for you, and the Page of Cups would have been the next card. It's on the top. So that's really exciting within itself that, you're opening up to better energies overall. You're opening up to your heart space. You're opening up to new life, to new exploration, things like that. So that's really exciting. But the Knight of Pentacles is really calling out here because with the Ace of Pentacles, you want the Knight of Pentacles to be there. You want the Knight of Pentacles to be on your side where you are taking on this path in a very mindful, you're very mindful about the things that are happening. And I think that's, the clarity aspect of this all is that you are not going to have much confliction anymore, right? With the Two of Swords here, I honestly feel like these things are being resolved. The Empress, being able to take care of the things outside of the realm of yourself and being able to also take care of your heart space because you are taking care of the things outside of your realm is not going to cause any sort of confliction to you. You are able to resolve any sort of conflictions to you to help you move along this path very strategically, very, I don't think this is a word, but I'm going to say nourishingly. But basically, you understand what I'm saying is there's going to be a lot of nourishment to this path that you're on. You're taking care of this path. You're walking this path by taking care of this path. Like if you see, let's just say, for example, if you're walking a nature trail and you are walking through it and you see that there is debris that has fallen onto the path, you're going to take care of the path by removing that debris. And that's the same case scenario for you with this path that you're walking in your life currently, is that you're going to be taking care of it because the path is also going to return the favor and take care of you. There's not going to be any sort of blockages because you want to remove the blockages yourself. You want to be able to take care of these things. Not only are you taking care of yourself, but you're taking care of the path because the path is trying to take care of you. And I don't think that's something that you necessarily have done before. And I feel like these are some ways that you are overcoming pile number one, that it's really exciting that you're able to give back to the things that is giving back to you. And it's going to be very mutual between you and the path and the process. There's going to be that chemistry. There's going to be that love. There's going to be that nourishment. And it's not something that you have done before, but it's something that is not going to stand in your way anymore. You're going to be able to release these tendencies because I think your mind is maturing. You're able to see this. You're able to be a bit more passionate. Maybe you just didn't have that fiery energy before, and now you will, to be able to make decisions that necessarily wasn't in your wheelhouse before. And I feel like the more that you are able to stand into this energy of this freedom aspect and more of this tenacious, fiery energy to walk along this path and know that you are the one creating this path. You are responsible for creating this path. That's why you're going to be taking care of it. It's just like, for example, if you have this beautiful new car, right? More than likely, you're going to be in the case scenario where you're not going to want anybody to drive it. You're going to be the one that is responsible for taking care of your car, for driving your car, for making sure that it's not going to get in a wreck because you're the one behind the wheel. It's that same concept here that you're going to be walking into, is that you know for a fact that you need to be the one to take care of the path because nobody else will. You're the one creating it. You're creating your destiny here. And that's beautiful. That is some really good news, that your mind is maturing through this process. Maybe you're not able to see right now why you're going through this process, but realistically, your mind is maturing throughout this process. And that's really exciting news in itself. All right. So there's a lot of good news coming to you right now, pile number one. A lot of good news that the storm that you're going through right now or have gone through recently is preparing you for A more mature mindset, B, taking care of your path and seeing your path clearly, C, letting go of energies that have held you back, and D, reflective on yourself to really make sure that yourself is coming together to help support you in getting enough rest and getting enough clarity, things like that. So, very good stuff. Very good stuff. I really enjoy this reading right now. All right. Let's get some final messages or advice or anything from the universe or your guides through these oracle cards. What does pile number one need to hear? All right, we got all tied up and victory. So, what I think this means is that maybe you feel like you are all tied up right now. Maybe you feel like this energy doesn't really resonate with you. And if you made it to this part in the reading, I'm really proud of you for that, because you may feel like this reading hasn't resonated with you, but you listened to the whole thing, right? And that's for some of you. But the reason why this reading might not resonate is because it's predicting the future, okay? It's telling you what you need to hear to get you out of the standpoint of feeling all tied up. You're going to overcome the energy of being shackled. You're going to overcome the energy of feeling like you have nowhere to move because you can't move. Maybe you feel like you can't reach out for help. But realistically, being all tied up is just your mind processing how you internally feel. Because what you feel on the outside isn't actually there, but it's what your mind has programmed you to feel and resonate with. So, with your mind overcoming that and letting go of these shackles and these distractions and the programming that you have made yourself believe that is there when it's not, will allow you to finally move, will allow you to finally process things, will allow you to finally gain this clarity. You will not feel this feeling of being all tied up. And there is victory involved in this. There is victory coming your way, being more triumphant after overcoming these challenges of feeling this way. And you'll be able to explore yourself a bit more in this regards. But I really do feel like There is victory within realizing that you're not actually all tied up or just letting go of that energy. But there is also victory coming along this path that you're going to be taking with the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles and creating your own destiny. This path isn't worthless. This path isn't useless. This path isn't for no reason. This path is you. You are the path. Take it in high regards. Process it with the most respect. Give it the most love and clarity that you can give it, and you will prevail. You are on the right path for the right reasons. Just believe in yourself and understand yourself more. And the more you'll grow into it, the more exciting it will be, and the better the news will become for you. So that is really exciting within itself, pile number 1. Victory is on your side. Victory is on its way. I hope this reading resonates with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I do have a link in the description if you want to book a private reading with me. I thank you so much for trusting me with your energies. Take care. Hello, my pile number 2s. Whether you have chosen the Guardian Angel Tarot or whether you have chosen the Howlite Crystal, welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you here. We are trying to figure out what good news is coming your way. So let's go ahead and dive right on into the reading. Starting off with tarot and ending with some oracle messages, let's figure out what good things, what good news does pile number 2 need to hear right now. Let's see what comes out for you. What good news, what good things is pile number 2 having come their way? We have the 9 of Swords coming out first. We have the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. You know, I would not necessarily say this is how you actually attract things, but it almost seems like it's kind of working in your favor somehow. I don't know exactly how you're addressing this or how you're putting your energies to this, but it almost seems like the thing that you were overly worried about, the thing that you are most adamantly conscious or passionate about, the thing that you are shooting for in terms of your dreams and desires is no longer going to be something that you stress about, is no longer going to be something that, is avoidant. Something that it might even be something that you might think that you're not necessarily prepared for, but it's something that you've been dreaming for. This is something that you've been really on the verge of thinking that this is going to complete you, right? This is something that is going to satisfy you. This is something that's going to be making you happy. And I think that this is something that is going to come in fruition very, very soon for you. So it's very ironic, the way that these energies are showing up to me. It might not necessarily be the correct energies, but to me, it almost just feels like this is something that you are, thinking very poorly about, thinking that you can't get this, thinking that, you don't either deserve it, or maybe you're just talking down to yourself, or something along the lines of feeling like you can't have something, feeling like it's never going to come, feeling like it's not going to show up for you, but it does. This is something that is going to show up for you. And with the 4 of Wands being here, I would almost say this is something to do with, a connection with somebody. This could easily be kind of like a soulmate type energy, or somebody that maybe you are very, very interested in. But it also could just be the way that you have kind of dreamed up what your life is supposed to represent to you. Your biggest dreams, your biggest belief system that you want to come true in your life might be the thing that is coming true into your life and bringing itself to you. But it's almost something that you need to really, understand that you can have. It's something that you can take, because maybe you are in the mindset right now, and hopefully, the good news is saying that you're coming out of that mindset. But the mindset that you're currently in right now is you don't think that you deserve it. You don't think that you should take it. You don't think that you are somebody well worthy of having this energy, but you are. You are somebody that does deserve it. You are someone that kind of meshes well with this other energy, whatever that energy is. Let's see if I can get some more clarification on whether this is talking about a person or talking about something materialistic or energetically or whatever the case may be. What is this good thing that is coming to pile number 2's doorstep, pretty much? What is coming into their life? Is this a person? Is this a place? Is this a thing? What are we talking about here? Okay, we got the 4 swords. Okay. We got the Hierophant, the wise counselor. We have the 7 of swords. All right. 5 of swords. 6 of swords. The strength card. And the sun. Interesting. It's honestly very interesting that it didn't come out in that exact order, but we got the 4, the 5, the 6, and the 7 of swords out here on the table. Then we have the 9 of swords up top. So there's a very loud energy here of your subconscious. Your subconscious weighs you down. Your subconscious does not allow you to really effectively see the things that is around you. And I think that right now, the energy is for you to kind of understand where your subconscious is and to overcome your subconscious, because maybe your discipline is coming from the lack of believing in yourself, right? I honestly feel like the lesson right now is for you to overcome your own subconscious and not allowing you to fill up your own mind and allowing you to live a bit more. I honestly feel like the good news for you maybe isn't necessarily a person, place, or thing. Maybe this is more talking about your own energy here, but I honestly feel like this is an energy of you getting your life back. Pile number 2. This is you taking the reins of yourself, giving yourself a bit more self-control, giving yourself a bit more discipline, and saying, hey, I don't have to live this way. I know this is a bit harsh. I know this might not be that exciting for you, but it should be. You should reward yourself in understanding that you can have more of your life back if you decide to take it, right? I mean, that would be exciting to me, is understanding that the reason why I'm in the situation that I'm currently in is because I don't believe in myself. I don't believe that I can have something. And I feel like the good energy that's coming your way, the good news that's coming your way, is showing you that the only thing that's standing in your way in the things that you want, whether it's a romantic partner, whether it's, something that you're dreaming of, maybe it's going to school for something that you're dreaming of. Maybe you want to be an astronaut. You want to go to a school to learn how to become an astronaut. Maybe that's your biggest dream, or it could be something else. Whatever that may be, the only thing that's standing in your way from doing these things is yourself and your limited beliefs. You're the only person right now that is betraying you. You might say, well, no. Honest Hierophant, actually, no. Actually, the person over here that I'm pointing towards is the one that's betraying me. But think about that. Is that actually the truth? Maybe the only way that person can actually betray you is by you letting your guard down and you allowing them to come into your subconscious, implanting those thoughts into your mind and allowing them to win, allowing them to have that control over you. So realistically, you can point your fingers all you want, but you are the one that has let yourself down by allowing them to control you, allowing them to implant things that maybe you don't necessarily believe about yourself into yourself. And that's currently how you're living. You don't have the boundaries. You don't have your guard up to really see, what is right and what is wrong for you to actually believe in. And like I said, I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not trying to be negative. But the great thing about this is that you're overcoming this very, very soon. You're overcoming this mindset. You're going to have the willpower. You're going to have the light to light you up. You're going to spark a fire underneath you to really sit with these energies and learn from them, feel like you're going through an awakening, and you are your own teacher. You don't need somebody else telling you how you should do this. You don't need somebody else telling you what they did. You can actually teach yourself because you know exactly what you need to do. I realistically feel that the good energy is coming your way. The good news that's coming your way is that you are going to be able to live. You're going to be able to wake up the next morning and be like, you know what? It's time to step out of my own boundaries. It's time to explore. It's time to feel confident. It's time to feel beautiful. It's time to feel my own feelings and not let anything else interfere with me resonating with myself. So that's exciting. I really, really like that for you. I'm really, really excited for you that you are going to be able to search and do the things that you want to do based off your own actions and based off your own thoughts. All right. So let's ask some more questions here about what other good things are coming your way, pile number 2. All right, let's see here. What's some other good things or other good news that pile number 2 needs to hear from this message? I know we got kind of on a tangent about, letting you know about the kind of energies you're dealing with about yourself, but that's not what this video technically is about. But that's kind of the message maybe you actually needed to hear. All right, let's see here. We have, the 6 of Pentacles. Right? We have the 10 of Swords. We have the Release card, which is Death and Rebirth. The Emperor. The Magician. Knight of Swords. And the 9 of Cups. Wow. Okay. So, other good news is that you're going to have more of a fair balance, right? It's not necessarily all a bad thing to get, advice or to get perspective from somebody else, to get somebody else's input. But I do feel like you're going to have a bit of give and take there, right? You're going to be able to receive, but you're also going to be able to give yourself the same input, right? And the priority is for you to have some more direction from yourself, to have more clarity from yourself, to have more control from yourself. I really see you standing up for yourself and taking care of things that, don't really settle well with you. We've got 2 ending cards here. We got the 10 of Swords and the Release card. There's going to be a lot of energy maybe that you don't resonate with, that you're not going to really sit with anymore. And I feel like with those endings for you taking place, that it gives you enough energy to actually bring in new energy, to actually manifest new energy, because you are going to be able to see a direction in your life. You're going to be able to see more confidence within yourself to actually want these things to come into your life, and that you are going to live into these dreams. Whether it's a relationship, like I said, whether it's something that you've, always dreamed of doing, like being an astronaut, or whether it's just simply, having goals for a job, like maybe you're wanting to do more things around the house, like achieve and do things like repair the house or whatever the case may be to your house. Maybe it's even buying a house. I don't know what it is for you. I don't know any specifics, but I do see that you're going to shoot for those dreams. You're going to shoot for that direction because you're going to have the power after releasing these energies of having these boundaries, of giving yourself more of your own mind, that you're going to be able to go for these dreams, to be able to execute these dreams, to be able to manifest these dreams. And you are going to understand that everything's in your control. You're going to understand that you have the power because you have the talent, because you have the abilities, and you have the access to make these things come true for you. You have the ability in your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, your hands. Everything is within reach for you, pile number 2. And that is something that you heavily need to understand, and that it's going to work in your favor very, very well. That's really great news, that maybe you've not felt that before, But I'm here to tell you that it is possible. I'm here to tell you that you have everything within inside you to make anything possible. So that's very inspiring, that's very rewarding, and that's very great. That's great news. The sun will shine the next day, even if it may have been cloudy yesterday. So, with that being said, I think you already know that the great news here for you is that you're overcoming a lot. You're creating more boundaries, even if it's within yourself. Even if the boundaries need to come between you, your subconscious, and, your limited beliefs, your denial, the way you talk down to yourself, things like that. Having a different direction in that course of action will open you up to more possibilities and bring in even greater news in the future. So let's see what kind of advice or encouragement or any sort of message from your spirit team or angels or the universe that needs to come through the oracles. What does pile number 2 need to hear from the oracle message? We have blossoming abundance. We have caring connections. Very, very nice. The more that you care for yourself, the more that you treat yourself with the same respect that you want from others, the more possibility that you have opening up to caring connections, opening up to people that actually want to support you and actually want to love you. I really do feel strongly, pile number 2, that there is a great romantic connection that could take place very soon for you if you allow yourself to, take away these limited beliefs, take away this self-perception that you have of talking down to yourself and things of that nature. I really do think that there is great things around the corner from taking advantage of your own natural assets, your own natural abilities, your own natural gifts, things like that. And that things are going to be very aspiring for you. Things are going to be very abundant for you through not only caring connections, but also with, the things that you want to create with your dreams. And I also do feel like maybe this might restore some connections that you have in your life. Maybe you haven't been talking to a parent here recently, and that's because of X, Y, and Z. Maybe it might even be with yourself. I don't know. But things like that could be restored in the future as well and grow into a better relationship than you ever had before. But I do feel very strongly that there is a romantic connection on the horizon for you. So with that being said, I gratefully appreciate every single last one of you being here. And I also want to say that I do have a link down in the description for my Ko-Fi page if you want to book a private reading with me. Thank you so much for being here and trusting me with your energies, reading for you. Gratefully appreciate that. And I hope to catch you on the next reading. Take care, pile number 2. Hello, my pile number 3s. Whether you have chosen the Tarot Mucha deck or whether you have chose the red Jasper Tower, welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you here. We are trying to figure out what good news is coming your way, what good things is showing up into your life, things like that. So let's go ahead and dive right into the reading. We're starting off with tarot, and then we'll end with some oracle messages at the end. All right, what good things is coming into pile number 3's life? What good news do they need to hear? All right. We have Judgment. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 3 of Pentacles. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so very interesting energy here. Let me see if I can make some more room for this 4 of Pentacles. Okay. That way they're kind of more together like that. Yeah, so basically what I'm feeling here is that there are certain energies about, yourself right now with something that you're working on, something that maybe you're passionate for, something that kind of electrifies you. And I kind of feel like maybe you are looking at it with a different perspective. Maybe you're looking at it from a better standpoint that is more healthier for you coming soon, right? Like, obviously, these are energies coming to you. But I really feel like this might be an energy of, like, if you feel like certain things aren't going a certain way for you, or maybe things aren't necessarily working out for you, I kind of feel like instead of like necessarily doing it yourself, you are going to be kind of blessed with an energy of helping you out. As you can see, like, there obviously is an energy of this person kind of bowing to their knees and kind of crying and pleading for help and things like that in the Judgment card. And then there's like that person there to kind of either protect or to give you comfort or things like that, where it's almost like you've gotten to a point where you just can't take it anymore. You can't take on any more new energies. You can't take on any more torture, maybe. Maybe you feel like you're being tortured in a way. But I feel like that's been called like upon yourself because of how you've gone about doing things, right? I honestly feel like this is not necessarily to your own actions, but maybe just the self-belief that you have going on right now, where you feel like things have got to be either done by yourself or resolved by yourself, or maybe you only want it to be by yourself, things like that. But I feel like you're just going to get to a point where you need the help. You need the construct of either someone protecting you or someone helping you out by giving you nourishment, or someone maybe, you know, like lightening up your load or something like that. And I feel like it's going to pay off for you. It's going to really give you a new life. It's going to give you a fresh breath of air. It's going to give you more opportunity, I guess you could say. It re-sparks the passion within inside your soul. It re-sparks the passion within inside yourself. The boundaries that you have already established, I feel like, are going to be reworked for you to kind of not put as much pressure on yourself. Maybe, you know, for example, let's just say for this is that you are someone that remodels, right? You remodel houses and you flip them and you sell them for profit, things like that. And you've always been the person to kind of give yourself a deadline. You've been the person to kind of want to do all the work yourself. You do all the drywall, you do all the plumbing, electrical, things like that, right? You do all the remodeling so that way you can gain the most profit. But I realistically feel like what's going to happen is that you are going to bring in somebody, like another contractor, that maybe specifically does drywall. Maybe you feel like you're not profitable enough on the drywall. You're not quick enough to do it by yourself. So you hire a crew to come in and just do specifically the drywall. And that helps you out a ton and relieves you from a lot of stress, recreates that spark within inside yourself, because you're not doing something anymore that was really tedious or that was really annoying to you. You're able to open up to these opportunities to really help you out. And maybe it only costed you like a few $100s on the profit. It's not that big of a deal. You can split the pie more to gain more pie. Okay? That's what I'm feeling here, is that whatever you feel like you're losing, you're actually gaining more with this new perspective. Okay? So what good news or good things is coming to pile number 3's way? Let's see if we can get more information. We got the Empress. We got the Knight of Pentacles. We got the 5 of Pentacles. We've got, what is this card? The Chariot. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the 3 of Wands. Oh, excuse me. Never mind. That is not the Knight of Pentacles. That's the Page of Pentacles. I always forget that these energies here are a bit different on this deck. It always confuses me sometimes. But anyways, so let's review. We've got the Empress, the Page of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Knight of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So what you feel like you're going through right now is not something that obviously is going to last forever. but I feel like it's going to obviously grow you into the energy of maybe taking care of yourself. Maybe it's allowing you to be more passionable. Maybe it's allowing you to really adventure into finding other things that actually satisfy you too. Like it's actually opening you up to maybe becoming a stronger business person. Let's just say, for example, that let's go back to the remodeling thing. Let's just say this, for example, that maybe with this new opportunity of allowing someone to do the drywall for you, maybe you actually open up to the idea or grow into the idea that you are specifically someone that pays for the house. You are someone that specifically constructs everybody to come in and do the specific things that you want done. And you become kind of like the business person. You become more into the business role of just strategically planning things, the master of all the chess pieces, and you allow all the things to grow things for you. And you're not having to put as much work into it as you once were, because now it just becomes investments, right? Now it becomes passive income because you're not the one that actually is doing the hard manual labor, and you can do much more with your time by just pinpointing things to happen. And maybe you get to explore into other possibilities. Maybe, let's just say, for example, you are doing all this work on these houses that you're remodeling and flipping, and you actually really want to restore a car that you have. Now you have more time to do that. Now you have more money in your pocket because you're not spending your time elsewhere, because time is money, right? So maybe you're actually able to invest in other things that has interest in you. And being able to take care of those things that you have in mind will allow you to deplete this helplessness of feeling like you have to go all the time. I just feel like you're able to rework things by receiving answers from the universe, receiving these good blessings, receiving these good ideas, right? But you've got to open up to that. You've got to limit your hard-edgedness, your boundaries. You've got to limit your solo-minded nature and open up to the more possibilities that you have for yourself. Grow into, more possibilities that you want to take care of by taking on this journey, by seeing new things from a different perspective, by having new ideas because you stumbled across something that gave you the idea, right? All these answers can come to you based off your prayers. And I feel like you may have prayed or manifested or something for these things to give you new hope, to give you new light. And I just feel like with these resolves that are coming into your life will allow you to take on other things that you feel like need to be taken care of as well. And you taking care of these things will help resolve your mindset of feeling like you're in lack, or feeling like you're in depression, or feeling like you can't take on any more than you can. So I feel like this is going to give you new life and new opportunity to do more things that you want to do. So if you're able to release part of your ego, then you can be your own savior in a way here. All right, let's see what other good news or good things are coming into pile number 3's life. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Cups. I was about to say Wands, but obviously those are cups on the side. Person's just holding the wands. The 6 of Wands, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So, honestly, I see a lot of great potential for you. There's a lot of great investment in here with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Cups, and like more wand energy as well. I honestly just feel like there's an opportunity here for you to be more passionate in other endeavors and growing your life in more than just one area, right? So maybe you're the type of person, like, let's just go back to the remodeling example. If you're remodeling right now and like you're working 60-hour weeks to make ends meet, to make things happen. Maybe giving back time to things that matter, like family, friends, society, other passions that you may have, like remodeling a car, things like that. Like you will have those opportunities and it will be very satisfying to you. It will be an improvement. You will feel more joy and satisfaction with life because life is back in your hands. Life is back in control of you. You're back on the saddle. You're back preparing yourself for more you time and more like things that fill up your cup, things that get you excited. And I feel like there's just some hard choices that you have to make with like inside yourself, with your ego. I know for a fact, me as a Taurus, and maybe even some Capricorns that I know, don't necessarily like giving up that control. Don't necessarily like being the one that's outworked. Don't necessarily like not doing enough work to feel like you're contributing, right? You want to be the one that does the most. You want to be the one that works hard. You want to be the one that proves yourself, right? But it's not all about that, especially once you get older. The more older you get, the more fatigued your body is, the more, things that you can't do on your own anymore. It's the same concept, like don't limit yourself to, feeling that way. You can grow into more than what you are if you allow some parts of you to die out, to be avoided, to stop. You know what I mean? Like you can actually open up to more possibilities that you want to do by changing your mind, by seeing things in a better light, by seeing things outside of your own ego, and more freedom will come. You will actually grow more by doing less. And that's honestly exciting, but you have to grow into that. But that is some good things that apparently that you will be growing into. So that is awesome. That is very, very awesome for you, pile number 3. And I just feel like it's part of the journey here. I do. I really do. And some of it might be that you have to let go of other things that you feel like you have to hold on to as well. Maybe, you're doing house remodels, but maybe you're also doing something else outside of that. And maybe you're just taking on too much and you need to let go of some things as well to be able to do other things that you think that you need to do, that you feel more passionate about, that you feel like will grow you more. Those are hard choices to have to make as well. But I do see a sense of relief if you do let those things go. And it will be great news to you also by letting go of some things that might actually be burdening you right now, that might make you feel like you're in this 5 of Pentacles energy. But I realistically feel like there's much more that you want to accomplish, but you just don't have the time to do it. And making these hard decisions about letting go parts of your ego will allow you to have more of this time, have more of this availability to create the things that you feel more passionate towards, and that will grow you, and that will bring in joy into your life, and that will bring in great opportunities for you. And it might even make you more money. You never know. You really never know until you try. So that is great news coming into your life, pile number 3. Let's see what we got from the universe or your angels or your spirit team from the oracle cards. What does pile number 3 need to hear from the oracle messages? Let's see here. We have the thinking man. And we have the blossoming abundance. So what I feel like from this energy is talking about is that this person looks like someone who strategizes. And I feel like that is your greatest wheelhouse here, pile number 3, is that you are a strategizer. You are someone that can coordinate. That is your strongest asset, is being able to plan, being able to execute a plan, and being able to grow something from your plan. You are someone that is great as a visionary. You're someone that is great at seeing the things that people don't see. And with that asset and capitalizing on that asset, good things will grow from it. If you capitalize on that, good things will grow from that. Blossoming abundance will be in your hands. If you're able to write with a pen, you are able to make money, right? Okay. So that's what I feel very strongly about, is that you just have the ability to grow something out of nothing with your plans, with your vision, with your coordination. Capitalize on that. Okay. That's what Spirit wants you to know, is that's one of your strongest gifts and abilities. It's to bring things together, it's to make a plan, execute, and accomplish. And that's where everything that you want will come from. So if you're wanting more time, plan it out, strategize it, execute it. You don't necessarily have to have everything all at one time, but, freeing up things in your own mind, freeing up things in time will work. Some things you've got to let go, part of your ego, right? Become better with that. If you want a bigger piece of the pie, then maybe you have to give up some of your pie. Maybe you can get multiple pieces of a pie, like from different pies. But it's time to allow yourself to grow by getting out of your own way, it seems. You've got this, pile number 3. I truly believe in you. But with that being said, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Gratefully appreciate you and your energies and trusting me with your energies to read. I would also like to say at this time that I do have a link down in the description for my Ko-Fi page in my storefront where you can purchase a private reading with me if you would like, or if you know of anybody else that would like a private reading, feel free to send them my information. But I gratefully appreciate every single last one of you being here. Thank you so much. And I hope to catch you on the next reading. Take care.